The coronavirus in Ohio is hitting African Americans the hardest. Look at these new numbers from the Ohio Department of Health. It shows African Americans are being infected at a disproportionately higher rate. African Americans, get this, make up just 13% of the population in Ohio, but account for more than 22% of the cases. Governor DeWine creating a task force to find out why this is happening. News 5's Amanda Van Allen talked to a local member of that strike force who says she was sounding the alarm for weeks.
It took some time for us to get the data, but it's finally here.
None of this should be surprising. Anyone who has followed public health knows that health disparities exist.
African Americans make up 13% of Ohio's total population, yet 22% of folks affected by the coronavirus in this state are Black. White people make up a little less than 82% of Ohio's population, and just 49% of white people have been diagnosed.
After several weeks of us ringing that alarm and letting everybody understand and sharing what we knew to be true, finally the governor put together a strike force for the minority community.
State Representative and Ohio Minority Leader Amelia Sykes is on the governor's Minority Health Strike Force. She already has some ideas.
And testing throughout the state is woefully inadequate, for sure. And when we think about resources and when there is a scarcity of resources, oftentimes marginalized communities are not able to get those resources.
In addition to increased testing in Black communities, she wants pointed and specific messaging for them. And she's calling for the other 37 members of the strike force to be open to getting real.
Knowing all the information that we know, that we don't cover our eyes and say this is uncomfortable.
For us, it's keeping our finger on the pulse of the community.
Ivanka Hall is the executive director of the Northeast Ohio Black Health Coalition. She's not part of the strike force, but has been fighting against health disparities in Black communities for years.
African Americans have more of the circumstances that make it harder to survive this pandemic. Deep-rooted poverty, pre-existing medical conditions, lack of access to health care, less stable employment.
Both of these leaders say this strike force is a good first step, but it will take action to right this wrong.
We talked about the elderly population. It was very heartwarming to see everyone say, well, we're going to stay at home because I care about our grandparents and our older family members. And now that we're going to shift it to people of color or the Black community, I hope folks continue to feel that same sense of community and that we are in this together.
Amanda Van Allen, News 5.